Studios on Florida's Suncoast. This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. A fire gutted a home in Sarasota County, killing a couple inside and leaving their son in the hospital. And some neighbors wonder if utility work in the neighborhood could be to blame. ABC7's Ray Collins was at the fire and he joins us now with the details. Ray.
Haley, the cause is still under investigation officially, but some neighbors think they know what happened. This is the scene of a tragedy off 17th Street near North Beneva and Lockwood Ridge.
We did find unfortunately two deceased victims inside, and we did make one rescue on one other side of the structure, and that person is currently at the hospital.
The fire chief says his crews broke down a wall to save a man.
They had to go through the wall with tools, hand tools. Took a lot of effort, but our crews were able to get the victim out.
I know the son was brought out, and he was concerned about his parents.
Neighbor Mike Cook says he knew the victims for 16 years since they moved in with their adult son.
They were very quiet and reserved, and we spent a little bit of time with them, but because of the health issues, we were unable to do as much as we wish we could have. They're disabled, severely disabled, and have a lot of medical problems.
But here's the twist. Cook and some other neighbors say something unusual happened a few hours before this fire broke out.
I heard a loud explosion. I thought it was firecrackers. When we went outside, the lines were sparking in the trees behind the houses on that side of the road. The fire department came out. They called Florida Power and Light. Florida Power and Light called tree trimmers. Tree trimmers came out and they trimmed a bunch of trees back there, and then they left. And about 45 minutes later, my wife tells me the house is on fire down at the end of the street.
Now, of course, this is his opinion. The official cause has not yet been declared by the fire marshal, Haley.
And Ray, do we know how the adult son is doing?
Last we heard, he was listed in serious condition.
All right, thank you, Ray. Presidential nominee makes a stop near the Suncoast for the second time this week. Hillary Clinton trying to get last-minute support while rallying at Curtis Hickson Waterfront Park in Tampa this afternoon. She discussed how well America has progressed since the days of our first president.
It's happening, my friends. We have reached a milestone. More than 200 million Americans are registered to vote. That's the biggest number ever. And that number includes 50 million young people.
Vice presidential nominee Tim Kaine has canceled his visit to Sarasota. He was scheduled to stop by the Sarasota Municipal Auditorium on Friday. The Sarasota County Democratic Party confirmed the cancellation this evening. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is in Washington, D.C. celebrating the grand opening of his new hotel. The $200 million hotel is just blocks from the White House. In an interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos, Trump defended taking time out to open his hotel, saying Hillary Clinton has taken more time off this election season.
But I can't take 1 hour off to cut a ribbon at one of the great hotels of the world. I mean, I think I'm entitled to it.
After just a few days of early voting in Florida, more than 2 million people have already cast their ballots. Senator Marco Rubio and his opponent going hard tonight at their final scheduled debate. They accused each other of accomplishing little. And Murphy attacked Rubio's attendance record during his unsuccessful run to become the Republican presidential nominee. Rubio fired back, accusing the Palm Beach area Democrat of lying on his resume.
He talked here again today about how he helped clean up the oil spill. He didn't. Independent fact checkers confirm he didn't have a single contract to do so. So why does someone make things up? You make them up because you don't have anything real to point to.
And I'm proud of my small business experience, proud of what I was able to do to help prevent some of the oil that was coming down and potentially coming down our West Coast. And I'm proud and would be quite willing, quite frankly, to put up my experience in the private sector as a CPA and small business person up against my opponent.
The debate at Broward College was sponsored by the Florida Press Association and Leadership Florida, a group founded by the State Chamber of Commerce. The signs taken off Manatee County property can now go back. A county administrator forced candidates to remove their signs from all county property earlier this week. That ban on political signs on county property has now been lifted just days after it was implemented.
This was about the violation of the First Amendment, about freedom of speech, about the freedom of assembly. This was about informing voters.
It's strictly a safety issue, and so I was glad to see him implement it, and I was glad to see him pull it away.
Early voting runs through November 5th, and Election Day is November 8th. And now it's time to get a check on our forecast and head over to Bob.
Well, thanks, Haley. I tell you, another nice night, albeit a little bit warmer each night. 74 degrees right now. The dew point has really come up to 66 now, so our overnight lows will be much warmer than they have been over the past several nights. Winds are out of the east-northeast at 8, and the pressure is still way up there, 30-18, and that is holding steady now. Well, a lot of clouds down to our south associated with a little weak disturbance there. Some heavier storms just south of Jamaica to keep an eye on that area over the upcoming days. And for us, though, once in a while, some shot of the higher cloud levels moving across the area. We had a few light rain showers earlier today in Port Charlotte, near Punta Gorda and Northport. Those have since moved on. Still some rain down in South Florida, near Miami, all the way down to Key Largo and near Florida City, but nothing going on here right now. We'll let you know about our rain chances for the rest of the week and into the weekend coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The deadline is approaching to submit a loan for physical damage, a disaster loan. The U.S. Small Business Administration reminds all businesses, nonprofits, homeowners, and renters with damage caused by Hurricane Hermine to submit a loan before November 28th. That application for that loan. Florida Fish and Wildlife investigators are looking into the death of a sandhill crane in Manatee County. The sandhill crane is not considered endangered, but it is a federally protected species. The founder of Manatee Wildlife Rescue, Justin Matthews, was called to a home in Parrish yesterday about an injured crane lying in the yard. When he got there, he found the bird was dead. It was taken to Bayshore Animal Hospital, where doctors found multiple pellets in its body. Matthews reminds that this is not the first time an incident like this has happened.
The last sandhill crane that got shot with a nail gun, Sandy, we still haven't found out who did that, but we're still working on it. And the FWC, of course, I'm sure they're doing their best to find out who did this.
Matthews says he is planning to raise money to use as a reward for information on the person who committed this crime. And straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, a plane had to make an emergency landing after several crew members started feeling sick. What may have been the cause? Plus, farm to school, how local growers are helping put food on the table for Florida students.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Fit for $149 or Civic just $169 with no down payment. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
They care. They take the time
to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord or CR-V for $179 with no down payment. Your choice, just $179. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Well, Bob, I think this is a week that we've really lucked out weather-wise.
Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, no, not a problem. This is typically one of the best times to be here in
I would
Florida.
say
You know,
so.
October, we're over with the summer, high humidity for the most part, and fairly warm today, 88 degrees, but it didn't feel like it. And Tower Cam really showing a nice sunset tonight. Again, time lapse indicating some high variety clouds around, creating some beautiful colors this evening once again, and many photos sent in of this gorgeous sky right there that you saw. We have 4 pictures right here. Siesta Key, Margie Kraft getting this one. Appreciate that photo. And this is from Dave Kreimer, who's an umpire and has been for many years out at 17th Street Ballpark there. Played many softball games there. Thanks for that. Golden Gate, Norm Schimmel. Norm, nice picture. And Nokomis, this one from the drum circle there at Nokomis Beach. Terrence sending that one in. Appreciate all the great photos, and boy, a lot more came in. Couldn't show them all, but it was beautiful out there. Well, the rain is down to our south in Miami, and snow falling now in New York and also into Michigan tonight. And that snowfall is a little bit more prevalent into Michigan, but still now occurring in upstate New York. You can see that near Woodstock, some pretty heavy snow. For us here locally, a nice evening. Winds out of the northeast, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour. Still a bit breezy out there, and it looks like the winds will stay kind of strong throughout the day tomorrow, more so in the afternoon. 74 degrees, we have clear skies, and the dew point number is coming back up now, 66 degrees, so that is increased, and winds out of the east-northeast today. Pressure 3018. The reason why we look at that dew point, because that gives you an indication of how low the temperature will get. And if it's at 66, it can't go below that. This morning's low was at 66 degrees. The high today, 88 degrees, 4 degrees shy of the record of 92 set back in 1971. No rainfall to report. And we pretty much will stay that way, I think, as far as the rain total goes for October, because we're not really anticipating a lot of rain, although we did see a few light rain showers earlier today into parts of Charlotte and South Sarasota County this evening. 69 in Arcadia, it's 76 Gulf of Mexico temperature at the west end of the Venice Pier there. 74 now in Bradenton, 72 in Inglewood and Punta Gorda at 68. Tomorrow's forecast looks great. Some sunshine, high temperatures above average into the mid 80s near the beaches, upper 80s to near 90 degrees inland areas. I mentioned that front. You can see a little bit of a weak frontal system here. This cold front continues to stretch down into Texas. Behind it, some much colder air, and the snow falling associated with that area of low pressure over the Great Lakes, and some of this now moving into the World Series game, but it's over. Haley will have more on that in just a little bit, but we are looking at some snow showers up there into Michigan. Well, the tropics, we've had a fairly active September and for the most part October, but now things are starting to calm down a bit. There's still an area, though, we showed you earlier, located down in the Caribbean that we are watching for possibly some development down the road, but right now not a big deal. High pressure will slip off to the east and weaken somewhat. As this front approaches, it fades away before it reaches us. It gets to about, Daytona Beach, some showers associated with it. That backdoor front not expected to make its way all the way down here. Temperatures in the 40s in Toronto, Detroit, Minneapolis, all the way up into Minot, and in the 70s in Dallas, still pretty warm there. St. Louis, quite a contrast, 67 there in Chicago, now at 49 degrees. For boaters, as I mentioned, a bit breezy out there, moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature starting to cool down to 76 degrees. Beaches will see a high of 85. The UV index will be high tomorrow. And the forecast tides upcoming, low tide will be at 6:04 and a high at 11:38 tomorrow morning. Tonight, staying warm, upper 60s, northeast winds at 10. Tomorrow, above average temperatures continuing, but it shouldn't feel too bad out there. East winds 10 to 15. The extended forecast calling for slightly above average temperatures right through the weekend. Looking good for Halloween and all the trick-or-treaters there. Just a little bit on the warm side. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Confusion on board a British Airways flight traveling from San Francisco to London. The jet had to make an emergency landing in Canada after several crew members fell ill. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the latest.
A still unexplained scare on a British Airways flight, diverted after the crew of this jumbo jet became sick, but not the passengers.
Can you say again the emergency for me, please?
Let's put fumes, toxic gas type fumes.
The double-decker plane with more than 400 passengers on board was heading from San Francisco to London yesterday when an emergency was declared. One traveler telling ABC News 3 crew members passed out, though British Airways says there's no evidence of that.
We could have done a complete U-turn, and I was just like, what's going on here?
The pilots announcing they would have to land, deciding to bypass nearby airports to head to Vancouver, which is better equipped to handle the big jumbo jet.
People started panicking. There's a woman in the seat next to us who was crying.
Once on the ground, you see firefighters walking through inspecting the plane. Though 11 crew members reported being sick, all 25 were hospitalized as a precaution.
Sometimes these things are very difficult because maybe one person smells something, maybe they react one way, maybe you can't pin down that fume. Maybe it was something coming from the cargo hold that was just momentary.
Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, New York.
And here at home, Sarasota County School District is receiving a grant in an effort to increase the amount of locally grown food given to students for lunch. School districts that purchase at least 10% of what they serve from Florida farms are eligible for the grants from the Florida Department of Agriculture. The goal is to get fresh and healthy food to kids at a more affordable cost to the school district, while also supporting local farmers and ranchers.
There is a definite positive impact on the economy. This program does support the local farmers by setting up kind of a place for them to distribute their products. And the schools get a benefit as well by getting these in-season fresh produce.
The 6 school districts, including Sarasota County, will receive a grant ranging from $25,000 to $75,000. Students from one school in Sarasota County went on a special trip today. Kids from Heron Creek Middle School spent the afternoon with Northport Police Department officers. It's an annual trip for students with autism spectrum disorder and intellectual disabilities. The officers talked to the students and let them know they are a resource and can always help when in need. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Gather together because here's this.
He's Donald Trump.
Jasper is Donald Trump.
And he's complete with his American flag tie, his toupee, and his wall.
Wow.
Which he plans to build.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology.
And focus on the Suncoast.
The official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
On horrendously cold nights, on days when the rain has been relentless, or when the sun is beating down, there is an animal trapped with no protection, fighting to stay alive. Time is running out for them, but you can help save them by joining the ASPCA today. With your donation of just $18 a month, you'll help rescue abused and neglected animals, provide them with food, shelter, and medical care. When you go online or call in the next 10 minutes, we'll send you this free membership kit and our limited edition 150th anniversary t-shirt. It's just 60 cents a day to pull animals out of a terrible life. Don't let them suffer another day. Please help now.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing, complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Now, sports.
A big Game 1 win for the Tribe at home yesterday to open the World Series. Tonight, the Cubs looking to swing the momentum in their favor. Corey Kluber and company shut out the Cubs last night, but Chicago wasted little time getting on the board in Game 2. First inning, Anthony Rizzo rips one to right field, scoring Chris Bryant from second. It's a 1-0 Chicago lead. Then in the third, Kyle Schwarber, who only played 2 regular season games due to injury, comes through with an RBI base hit up the middle. Chicago would build a 5-run lead, and it was the Indians who found themselves being shut out until the 6th inning. Jason Kipnis breaks up Jake Arrieta's no-hitter with a double. But the Cubs hang on to win this game 5-1. The series is tied at 1, Game 3 in Chicago at Wrigley Field on Friday night. Well, some sports fans can be very superstitious, but this next story might make you a believer too. Reporter Dana Rebick tells us about a prediction one Chicago man made almost 23 years ago.
In life, as time passes, we all age. Some things change, but for this diehard Cubs fan, his love for his team has never faded.
There's the cover to our yearbook, and this was our yearbook from Mission Viejo High School. 1993 is when the prediction was made.
A classmate recently sent this video to Mike Lee, who was born in Hinsdale but moved to California when he was 12 years old. As a senior in high school, Lee had to write a caption below his name in the yearbook.
There is Mike Lee, who currently lives in Chicago, and his brother David Lee does too. Chicago Cubs 2016 World Series. You heard it here first.
I'm like, I don't know what to put. Like, I'm not a big literature person. And then it came to me, I'm like, oh, I know, I'm gonna put this. And it just came from like when I was a kid, I had a dream about it.
Vision that always stayed with him, the image of the year 2016 etched in his memory.
I was up on the that red scoreboard they have. It was, you know, with Harry Carey blasting away. Cubs win the World Series. It was pretty vivid. That's why I remembered it all the way through high school. And now I'm getting reminded again.
I think he made a great call. I think he saw the future.
Gives you goosebumps, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a little surreal.
Yeah, you can't help it because you've been a fan your whole life, and it is a dream come true, so it's a great opportunity.
For Mike Lee, Cubby Blue runs deep in his family.
I'm excited. I'm excited for Chicago. I'm excited for Cubs fans. My dad and my brothers, they love the Cubs. Even after we moved to California, they'd come here on vacation just to see Cubs games all week long.
Way to call it, Mike. Way to call it. You heard it here second. Mike Lee called it out first.
And we'll see if that comes true. That was Dana Rebick reporting. A stolen base at the World Series last night means free tacos at Taco Bell. This is the fast food chain's Steal a Base, Steal a Taco promotion. Cleveland Indians shortstop Francisco Lindor stole second in the bottom of the first inning on Tuesday night's win over the Chicago Cubs. So you can get your free Doritos Locos Taco on November 2nd from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Come experience the precision, performance, and power of the Ram 1500 during Ram Power Days at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Built tough enough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the comfort, gizmos, and gadgets you'd find in a luxury vehicle. And right now, get over 20% off. That's up to $15,000 off a new Ram 1500. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
The Chalk Festival in Venice is coming up. It starts on November 11th and goes through the 14th. Organizers are hard at work getting everything set up and making sure that they can pay for it all. This year, unlike last year, visitors will be asked to pay a $10 entrance fee per adult. Children 12 and under are free. The 300 artists participating do not get paid, but their flights and hotels are covered by the festival.
Continue to be able to bring the largest installation of 3D pavement art in the world. To be able to continue to bring in the world famous artists that we bring in, we do need to create ways that we bring in proper funding.
The Chalk Festival organizer says charging an entrance fee will help make the festival more self-sustaining. And finally tonight, the numbers are in. It was a successful Halloween spectacular at Ed Smith Stadium last weekend. The family-friendly event gathered nearly 1,800 pounds of food, which will go to All Faiths Food Bank. The event only lasts a few hours, but the effects will be felt by hundreds of families. Great effort there.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the Chalk Festival. It's happening on the 11th that weekend.
Yeah.
And so is the Crystal Classic, too, out in Siesta Key.
That's
so you can
right.
do two things
You can
going
do two
on.
artistic events
Absolutely.
at one time.
Right through the weekend.
Yeah,
So it's always
perfect.
and beyond. We are looking at great weekend weather again here. No real threat of any significant rainfall. We are looking at lots of sunshine And the 7-day forecast does show that. Obviously, temperatures will be slightly above average, looks like right through much of this week. You can't see it there. It's basically into the 80s for the most part, mid-80s for highs, and we are anticipating no chance for any rainfall all the way through. And Halloween looks good, too. It's on a Monday. And some people are wondering if they're going to go trick-or-treating on the weekend, but I think
Monday unless they announce, normally. So I know some communities reschedule, but I think we just stick with the regular date.
Right.
So looks not too bad. 84.
Yes, that's
pleasant.
pretty close to average.
Have a good night.